Stop. Oh, God. Oh, no. Oh, no. Something got a little fucky here. A little messed up. There we go. Perfect. Sorry, guys, having to do a little bit of messing with some things real quick, but we're gonna go ahead and watch. What are we watching today? Let's see here. Probably. Let's do Stabby's World. Stabby got Brian Simpson on right now. I love that dude. That dude funny as shit. Hey. We're right. What? Hold up. Wait for it. Hold on. I'm sorry. I'm not trying to mess with y'all. There we go.
In Astoria, Queens.
There we go.
Opa! Welcome everybody to Stavi's World. 904-800-STAV. Call in, we'll solve your problems. We got my boy Brian Simpson on the couch today. Thanks for coming, dude.
Thanks for having me.
Special is out probably right now, right, Eldest?
What's
yes.
up?
Special's out right now. Live from the mothership on Netflix. Go watch it. It's hilarious. I love the stand-ups you did with Netflix. It was, I mean, you just had a lot of interesting stuff. So I'm excited to see the special, man.
Yeah, man,
Sweet.
I'm glad it's out.
Yeah.
Finally.
Yeah.
My boy.
It's a long little journey.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, it is always very, I don't know, it is always like nerve-wracking when you're waiting.
Oh,
that
yeah.
shit to drop, and
Because
like, it's in the can, and you can't talk shit. You
can't
can't really talk about it.
And you're not important. That's the other thing. Everyone talks to you like you important.
Of course.
But how they treat you is how you know.
The second the phone call ends, it's like, how hard is it to get them back on the phone call?
Right. Or like,
Yeah.
or like, what kind of snacks are at the snack table?
Right. Absolutely. If you see the kind of snacks you can get at like a recreation center, like an after school program, if you're seeing bagged goldfish, I mean, it's not looking good.
If there's no fresh squeezed juice, the CEO of Netflix does not know.
Twizzlers?
Yeah.
What do they think of me?
For real.
I need some prosciutto.
You just got Capri Suns and lunch meat.
Yeah, dude, I know. We didn't even we did it ourselves and then just sold it to them. So I can't wait to maybe the next one we'll see, Elders. We'll see what kind of snacks they set up. Yeah. Although I will say we had a nice setup snack wise.
I feel like that's one place where this organization does not cut corners.
Right?
You're right, man. We are on it.
Yeah, I would be so disappointed if your snack.
No, dude. I literally have everyone laughs at this, but a rotisserie chicken is on my rider. There's always every green room I walk into. There is a hot roto waiting for me.
Do we have temperature requirements?
I need to start doing that because, dude, sometimes they will. If I get a cold one, bro, or if I get a lukewarm, I need that shit fresh, dude. How hard is that, man?
Sometimes they get it and leave it in the fridge.
Oh, that's despicable. Tough. What are you, my single mother?
Right.
That's literally like Sunday, your mom's working a full weekend shift. You've picked through it, all the dark meat's gone. You have to make do with the part of the breast that sort of touches the dark meat that's a little chewier.
I always feel bad. I only have requirements in places that I've sold a lot of tickets.
That's the self-esteem is hilarious. Yeah.
Because I don't want to complain.
I'm with you too. I just started like being like, oh, I guess I really should request these things.
Right.
Because comedy, you're always like begging for stage time. You feel like they're doing you a favor.
I need water. You walk in. Oh, I'm sorry. Is this tap water?
Yeah. Well, the funny thing was we made the rider when it was like we're doing theaters, and like, look, comedy clubs, they have a kitchen. If you're starving, you have something to eat. But it was like, oh, these theaters don't have like place to, they don't have kitchen. So it's like, get a fucking rotisserie, get a couple Greek yogurts. It was more like, if something happens and your plane is fucked up and you have to go straight to the venue, can you get a little something going? But then we went back to clubs to like warm up for shit, and I forgot to change the rider. So we're at the like Buffalo Helium, and the guy is just bringing me a full rotisserie. The guy had to go out, and we're also ordering. We're at a comedy club. We're ordering burgers and wings and shit.
They're judging the fuck out.
Oh, dude, it was like we're like, oh, the rotisserie's here. Can I have some buffalo bites also? And we were literally like picking apart the rotisserie. Like when you're a little kid trying to trick your parents into thinking you ate your vegetables, you just move the shit around.
Oh, yeah.
We were just like ripping off pieces of rotisserie chicken.
And I'll make real fat boy moves. I'll take those buffalo bites. And I'll take the skin.
Oh.
I'll wrap that buffalo bite in rotisseries.
Wow. You were starting to say that, and it was, when you hear a comic do a joke that you're jealous of,
right.
and you're like, why didn't I think of that? And you're like, that's the fat equivalent where I'm like, that was staring at me in the face this whole time, dude. And I never came up with that.
Yeah, dude, wrap any of the other food in the chicken skin, and you'll be like, oh man.
Now I've done a nice move, and we'll credit where credit's due when it comes to, again, jokes or fat shit. I will say whose idea this was. This is our old roommate, me and Elsa's old roommate, Ryan Shutt. Mm-hmm. He was not a fat man. He was a tall, lanky guy. He kind of introduced the concept of the Popeyes mashed potato gravy boat in some thigh skin. He ripped it off, and that I was like,
yeah, that's what.
Because I was never a big mashed potatoes guy at Popeyes,
and then look,
but now thinking of it as a dipping sauce opened up a whole new world
whole
to
new
me.
level. And then the next level of fat boy, like the Emperor, that's Darth Vader. The Emperor Palpatine level is when you get, because I've always struggled with my weight back and forth, but you always fat up here.
Yes, absolutely.
Right? And so like there's a little bit of guilt around it.
Yeah.
And what makes me feel the guilty is when I really slip into fat boy mode, and I Uber Eats from two places, so I can mix and match the things from each place.
Oh, like, brother.
Like I want the chicken fingers from Burger King, but I want the sauce from Chick-fil-A.
Yes, absolutely.
Like that kind of shit.
Oh, absolutely, 100%. That's when I was like, because the end of the tour, it was getting out of control. Like what I was up to, what I was ordering.
Like what you eating tonight? Oh, chicken tikka masala fritters.
Yeah, I actually Uber Eats the hot plate and canola oil, and I deep fried in my hotel room. Dude, I had at one point at the end of the tour when it was just, I felt like it was like bacchanal. I was just like, I had 3 orders going where it was like 2 dinners and a dessert coming my way. Where it was like, I literally wanted sushi. But I was like, but I want wings. Like I was basically creating the plate you would get at a all-you-can-eat Chinese buffet. But I was creating it with Uber Eats, where I was like, I want sushi and lo mein, but I also want wings and fries. And this particular Asian fusion place didn't have wings. It wasn't that trashy, so I had to get wings outside. And then I was like, well, I need a little ice cream too. And it was literally the plate I got. I realized later, I was like, beef lo mein, chicken wings, a couple sushi rolls, and then not soft serve ice cream, but ice cream. That is literally what I get when I go to a Chinese all-you-can-eat buffet.
You ever leave in your hotel room and you pass the maid that's got to clean it? Oh. You can't even look her in the eye. You're like, oh.
Yeah, absolutely. Like one time, dude, I worked Plano. I worked Hyenas, and it was Valentine's Day weekend, and it was like, but what you don't realize is like, I was trying to get my room like freshened up because it was like I was just like, what the, it was not a great hotel. And then you realize, like, we're in suburban Dallas the day after Valentine's Day. The amount of, like, trashy fucking that was happening in this shitty hotel. Like, the maids, like, looked so overwhelmed. And still, I would rather subject them to that than having to clean up after when there's like there's smeared chocolate on the bed on the bed sheet. Like, it's like, it would be better if I was into like weird like tantric sex shit with lube everywhere. They know how to handle that. They don't know how to handle the 5 different Uber Eats containers. And they're like, how many different crumbs is this?
And they don't have, I don't know when this stopped, but there's no bathroom fans in hotel bathrooms.
You're right.
And you can't open any windows.
Yeah.
So,
you're right.
So like all those smells are all mixed together.
Yeah.
It's not good. It's your BO plus all the
plus
shit you ate.
What you ate, the trash of it, and the farts it's generated. They're all coming together. And here's the other thing, that where you're really at the highest level of fat guy stuff, where you're levitating, is like, you used to think I have to finish everything, but then you're like, I'm just gonna get so fat, I'm gonna order like 10 things and have like a quarter of everything. So it's like, you're so much leftover, like syrupy foods congealing. It's so fucked up. I know.
But I leave a good tip.
I always tip big. Because I was like, I know what you're dealing with is huge. And sometimes I'll leave, some ice cream in the freezer. If there's a freezer, I'll leave some.
I thought I would get it together when I got successful, but I realized, this just made me become more of what I was.
Yeah. Oh yeah. That's not gonna help at all.
No, not even.
Then you're like, wait, this doesn't mean anything to me. I used to be hemmed in. When I was a feature, I had to like walk to a 7-Eleven to, like go crazy. Now it's like, yeah, okay. Oh, $140 plus tip and fees for what I just ordered. I don't care. It's coming out of Eldis's pay.
Right.
Well, there goes Eldis's bonus this week.
I feel like I can't turn those receipts into my accountant because it's like, I don't want you to ask me about that.
Right.
You spent $20,000 on Uber Eats.
Well, I was conducting business meetings at 2 a.m.
Seamless.
Well, you know what? When it's me and you, it technically is. I'm showing appreciation to my tour manager. I simply had to get it. And then one time, didn't we Uber Eats a vape?
Not a vape. One night I was like,
a charger to charge.
I tried to DoorDash like a USB-C charger. It had a weed vape on me, but it was not a battery,
bro. Oh my god! Thank God
they didn't have it in stock.
I know. It was like 2 a.m.
Order, yeah.
I know. It was like that. I don't know what's more pathetic. It's like that, or like just you've been rejected by 4 women, and you're like, all right. The ugly bitch I was like, hell no to 5 hours ago. What's up, baby girl? You still awake? Want to come over and give me head while Eldest listens in the other room of our Airbnb? You good, bro?
No, I think I accidentally set off the emergency.
Shit, we were about to get swatted. Yeah, man. Okay. So were you a fat child as well?
Nah,
you grew up. Our listeners probably don't know, but you were like in foster care a lot. You were like in some chaotic environments. So I figure like it must have been hard to stay fat.
I was not a fat child.
Okay.
But I was never really like real hard. And then the Marine Corps made me real insecure about it.
Right.
Like there, you don't gotta be fat to be fat.
Right.
You know what I mean?
And it's not the Army, it's the Marines. These motherfuckers are like, because I did shows in way back in the day before I even moved to New York. I randomly got to do these like really low level USO shows in Korea and Japan, and it didn't pay shit. But they're like, hey, you're broke. It's a free trip to Japan and Korea. And at the time, it's like I was like, oh, I'll never be able to afford
and you're doing
this.
something for the hero.
Yeah, right. That was my stance. I was like, and I was shocked because like you would see you go to the Army base, then you go to the Marine base, and there was like a group of Marines that were like the most jacked guys you've ever seen in your fucking life. Well, Although I will say, I was also shocked where it was like, there's this elite group where you're like, I could see them giving you body dysmorphia, but then there was a lot of just regular motherfuckers. I was shocked to see how many just regular
And the
guys.
occasional fat motherfucker, you're like, how are you?
Yeah.
You don't look dangerous.
That I respect even more. To be able to stay fat in the Marines, I tip my cap to anyone who
Because
does
you
that.
really gotta knock it. Because you're gonna put up with like verbal. I mean, it's probably different now where you probably can't say nothing, but people are just all the time fat ass.
I'm positive that woke culture hasn't really trickled down to the Marines yet.
Well, no, but not to the extent that it is in the civilian world. But I'm sure relative to what.
Sure.
I'm sure they not.
Like, you can't waterboard a fat Marine with like melted cinnamon roll icing anymore.
And you definitely, it's like if your lieutenant is trans, you gotta use her properly. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Here's how the Army is adjusting to the times. They're also raping trans women now. They're like, hey, look, women are women. We have to sexually assault them just the way we do the rest of them.
They're like, you identify as what? Oh, woman? Oh, we don't believe you. We don't believe you.
Fuck. Yeah, so that kind of got you to like, so you were just kind of chubby, and then you're like, damn, I'm in the Marines. I gotta get a little. So did you get like jacked while you were there, or no?
Oh, I was huge.
Really?
But I was never like ripped. But I was fucking strong.
It's strong as hell.
Yeah, but it was never. But then when they do those little tests at the end of the year, when they do your body fat, and all that, you're fat. I'm like, no, but I'm jacked. Like, you're fat.
Yeah, the Marines treat men the way like sororities in the 70s treated women. They're like circling the fat
like
on your body.
Like the way a modeling agency.
Yeah.
Treats gay men.
Yeah, it's basically RuPaul's Drag Race. Your sergeant is basically that bitch on Ozempic. What's her name? RuPaul's white friend. Do you remember her?
Yeah, like, man, you're goddamn good at your job. You probably keep a lot of people alive and help us accomplish plenty of missions. Too bad. You're a fat piece of shit.
That's fucking wild. And how long did you go straight to the Marines when you enlisted, or did you go? I don't know how that even works. You chose Marines?
Yeah.
Because you basically like, I'm assuming.
Well, that wasn't my first choice.
Okay.
But the Air Force was my choice.
Oh wow, really?
Yeah, that's the cushy life.
The Air Force is what you want.
Yeah, because I know they're not gonna die.
Yeah.
Like, how many? When's the last time you heard of an Air Force person die? I put it to you like this.
You're right.
So, fast forward to the future. Years later, I'm doing comedy. I moved to LA. I'm homeless.
Wow. Okay.
I'm living in a homeless shelter for veterans. And that was my third shelter. Okay. So I've been to a few, but I made my way into like the nicest shelter.
Yeah.
And in none of those.
It's about who you know. It's politics, just like anything else.
It really is. But in all,
he's a nepo homeless guy. His dad was homeless at this nice shelter.
Because if you homeless because you crazy, you got no hope.
Right, that's the lowest for sure. Veterans, but you gotta have your paperwork. You gotta.
Oh, you want to go to the nice one? You gotta fax.
Yeah.
If you can't get your fax.
Yes. Homeless, but still like have an email account, and like pictures of you in uniform.
Didn't see a single Air Force person.
Yeah.
I'm not sending that out there.
Yeah.
But I ain't never met one.
They're in Hawaii, dude. They're chilling.
Yeah, they're doing pretty good.
Are they? Is Air Force the ones that do drones now, or who does?
I think they all.
Everyone gets their own drones. Yeah. Because Navy, Top Gun is technically the Navy. They got their own pilots. I know that's not real life, but
No, I think it used to be.
okay.
Yeah. So the way I was stationed in Miramar, which used to be a Navy base.
Oh shit,
I'm not sure if Top Gun still exists.
that's fucking awesome. Where's Miramar?
San Diego.
San Diego. Gotcha.
Yeah, cushy life.
Yeah. Ooh, San Diego. So I'm assuming did you enlist like as soon as you were 18? Because you were in foster care. Like, was it like a let's get the fuck out of this type of thing? So because the Army, from what I understand, the armed forces, it's like, oh, are you our most vulnerable? Come on through.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Like, you're like, let me escape the foster care system, or if you're poor, it's like
That's exactly what it was.
Yeah.
I want to make my own choices.
Yeah.
I'm tired of the government controlling me.
So what was it? Because like we had Monroe on here, and he was also a foster kid, and it was like, but was it? I think did you have any like connect? Like, were you like staying with different families? Were you like with your family at all? Was it like your family getting assistance?
It was back and forth, back and forth. Okay. So I probably moved like 14 times. Yeah. So I went from like
starting at like age what?
Starting at 6.
Okay, damn.
And it was like it was foster care family. I mean, it was foster care that was family. Then out of that with family. Then back in foster care. Then
just random.
Yeah. Then foster home, family, foster home, group home, foster home, family.
Wow. Yeah. Yeah, that's insane that the Army gave you like. You're like, I just need a nice something, some stability. Yeah, let me just something where I don't have to work. Like it's crazy that it's like, but I get it. I totally understand because stability is definitely what you're craving. If nothing else, you would assume that the Army could at least give you like, all right, you know, where you're gonna live for at least a little while.
Yeah, it's the only time I ever lived somewhere.
Wow.
But it was definitely not for me.
The Army.
And I definitely wouldn't send my kids.
Yeah, of course not. No, it's if you have no other choice. Like
right.
it's like
well, that would be my like if you ain't got no other shit going on, you should do that.
Yeah, totally.
If you 18 and you lost, like basically if you 18, you don't know what your future gonna be. You didn't get into college, and your parents don't have something to pass on to you. You know there's no inheritance.
There's no even the shitty business, not even like a 99-cent store that you can inherit.
They don't even got plans. Yeah, you should do that. Yeah. But if you got, you know, what always tripped me out was every now and then you like a rich kid. Almost like a finance.
Right.
So you dad, you dumb as shit.
Yeah, Eldest for a while was talking about going to the Army for the discipline.
I think I could use the life discipline. Get on a little routine.
You're so fucking stupid. It's just crazy.
Better off like joining the Nation of Islam.
He is Albanian. White Muslims, some of the finest white Muslims there are. Dude. You can get in there, Elvis. Yeah, become religious, dude. That's better than I could totally see you having a weird time.
I'm open to anything. I think I'm past the age of the Army officially, but I think in case 35. But I think there's age waivers.
You're gonna apply for a waiver, dude. They're like, well, anytime we get this specimen, this flat-footed man shaped like a giant, like a WNBA power forward.
I'm pretty sure the waivers cut off at 35. But also, you have to be in tremendous shape.
Well, I turn 36 next February, so.
All right, man, you gotta get in shape fast, dude, and get the paperwork rolling. Oh, that's fucking hilarious. You're so dumb, Eldest. Damn. So then immediately is it like kind of nice? Like what did it feel like when you're like, oh, this is because also a hilarious detail is that the date you enlisted is so funny. Right?
Right, yeah.
I mean, this motherfucker. Why don't you tell our listeners?
I enlisted in March of 2001. so 6 months.
I mean, that's brutal.
So brutal.
6 months of the good old Clinton years, just. The biggest problem we had was that he put a cigar in some fucking lady, a girl's pussy, and then again, some Slavs were getting bombed. Who cares? But yeah, oh my god, dude.
And I remember losing a bet too about like whether because I still thought it was wrong.
What?
Like I remember because I was in.
Oh, you mean when the Army gave everyone a heads up that Bush was doing 9/11? You bet. You were like that when they sent out the memo. They're like, all right, guys, just mind your P's and Q's. It's going down September 11th.
Like, after 9/11, I think we was already.
Oh, you mean the invasion?
We was already in
Iraq.
Afghanistan.
Yeah.
And I'm sitting in Kuwait, waiting. Like we're all waiting.
Of course.
Like, are we gonna go? Are we not gonna go? You know, and I bet a lot of people I lost like 300 miles.
Wow, dude. dude.
I didn't pay everybody though. I still owe somebody like $50. but I was like, no, come on.
Yeah.
Blah, blah, blah. Nobody's fucking with a burger. They gonna surrender. They're gonna give into our demands. I was so fucking.
Yeah, dude. So you were in Iraq, right?
Yeah.
Damn. So when they're like, all right, we're going to war, you and your boys were in there.
Yep.
Damn.
It fucking sucks.
Yeah.
These people that like glorify it sucks. Even at the height, because like when I went, it was like the beginning, so like that's when
Shock and awe, dropping bombs and shit.
But I didn't mean we no, because I wasn't on the front line.
Right.
No, but we digging holes and shit in. And, we still eating MREs.
Yeah.
But now they, by the time you leave, there's a mall and there's KFC and there's an internet cafe.
Right.
Even that, even in the them store on my second deployment, it was way nicer than the first time. But it still sucks.
Yeah.
And some of these people, they want glory so bad they volunteer because they come to ask for volunteers. And I'm trying to tell the youngers, like, yeah, put your motherfucking hand down.
Dude, that must have been hilarious though, because you enlisted in March 20, of 2001, and so it must have been a lot of people that were just like in maybe similar to your situation, or just like, hey, I mean, it was up until then, we had a stretch of the most like peace that had been, so you must, so like in 6 months, the people that you enlisted with and the people that you knew for that from March to fucking, August 2001, September 11th happens, you must have gotten a wave of like all these like, I'm doing it for the country type motherfuckers, right?
I mean, 9/11 happened while I was in school. In day school for my job. And I was in the tech school, so it was like not all, but like a lot of the tech jobs are in 29 Palms, all of us were like, get in,
Right.
Now have some experience,
Right.
corporate job, and then slowly but surely you get all these young homos. Cool vibes too. I forget what is the racist name for it. You ever notice that all slurs come from people we was at war with?
Right. It starts that way.
Yeah, they all come from that. Like you have to dehumanize them, of course. So it's fun to kill them. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's like anytime we go to war with people, we make up a name for them.
Yeah, no, I'm sure there were lots of primo slurs flying around. I mean, they were like, it's crazy how, it's funny, it is kind of interesting to have lived through history, because you don't experience, we don't understand it, I think, until kind of recently, because now it's like, there's really a true first generation of people that were born after 9/11 that are like true adults, right? We're talking like 20-year-olds, 20 like
9/11 is history.
To them, it's history, and it's like, it is so interesting to live through it, because it's like, describing shit like that to them, where you're like, dude, you want to talk about jingoism and like patriotism and nationalism.
Yeah,
like,
that shit scares
my
the fuck out of
father
me.
is a Greek immigrant who refused to become an American citizen, right? Like, does not speak English very well. Always talks about what a mistake it was to come to America. This motherfucker had an American flag, like after 9/11. It was like, everyone was like, fuck yeah, we love America. It was like the weirdest, most like, I think it was the last gasp of like whatever people were like that World War II shit, where it was like, because at the very beginning you are so scared. They do such a good job of propaganda of like, this is gonna happen everywhere. These people are fucking evil. They hate, whatever. And I'm like, I was like, what? We were in 7th grade when 9/11 happened. So it's like, you're a dumbass little kid, and it's like slowly, like when they're starting to talk about going into Iraq, and I'm like probably in 8th or 9th grade, I'm like, wait a second, this is kind of bullshit. like that's creeping in, but it doesn't fully take over. And like, I can't imagine what the fucking armed forces were like in that, like, because
we bought into it all.
Yeah, of course.
Everybody's like, oh yeah, we're going to deliver some freedom. I mean, look, the smarter people figured it out sooner.
Of course.
I
mean, what were the vibes like? Because I remember being like, it was really weird in 7th grade French class. I can't imagine what it felt like in Army class.
Well, no, because I remember. So the first time I went, second one.
No, I mean like the day of 9/11 in school. What did that feel like? When we were like, oh fuck.
Well,
so we're like, yeah, my life's different.
At first, it was like, oh, this is what we're doing.
Right.
Because we didn't know, nobody had claimed responsibility. It could be anybody. Is that
Yeah.
I didn't know that we fucked over brown people. I didn't know anything. Yeah, I'm a high school dropout. I don't know shit about anything.
Dude.
So it's easy to believe, but I just thought so logically. But at first, like I said, I thought it all. They attacked our freedom. Yeah.
Time to go.
For whatever reason, that made perfect sense to a lot of people.
Of course, it's easy, it's simple.
They hate you because you're free.
Yeah. You, the guy who barely has any money and had to go to the army to survive or stay in the foster care system where if everyone is pretty much guaranteed to get molested and barely get an education.
Right.
Every member of this society has freedom. Like, it's so funny to think that shit. And we all, everyone sort of did it first.
No? Or why aren't they attacking the people that's making them not free? They always say us. Are we contributing somehow to their lack of freedom? It doesn't make it, but I didn't think that deep.
Of course. Of course.
That was the last time. We were the last generation to go, why would the government lie?
Right.
All of them? Why would the president lie?
Yeah, the president's trying to keep us safe.
Like about blowjob, sure, but that's his personal.
That's him, dude. He's trying to blow off steam.
Why would they tell lies that cost lives? Now that's so laughable. Now you're right. This is whole young generation that now you can't lie. Now the truth, people don't trust anything. Yeah. That was the death of truth.
Yeah.
Now we don't know. Motherfuckers don't trust scientists.
Yeah.
It's a wrap. You don't trust scientists, preachers, or officials.
No, it does. You're right. That is. At first, I was like, "Oh, that sounds cool," but it's almost scary to be completely post-truth and completely post because it's like, all right, we'll just make up whatever.
I'm like, I don't know what's true.
Yeah. I don't try. I mean, you're right. It is the generation that lived through all this shit. So it's like, to go from 9/11 to from 9/11 when we were young to
because everybody you're supposed to trust lied. They're like, oh, Bill Clinton lied. He got his dick sucked, and then Fauci lied. Was Al Gore lying about global warming?
Everything's on the table.
That one senator from Alaska, he lied. He's doing gay shit in the airport bathroom.
That's one of the most classic senator lies there is, though.
Yeah.
Republican senators love to lie about being gay.
And then it turns out everybody partying with Puff Daddy.
Yeah. Oh, that is interesting. The Diddy stuff is he really seems to be a gay super villain.
The most crazy part about all of that is that there is this very specific brand of homophobia,
right?
That's deeply embedded in hip hop.
Of course.
And Puffy is such an integral part of hip hop.
Right.
So to be because at that point, it's not even a matter of is he gay? It's just he's just rich and powerful.
Right. He's evil and making the most homophobic guys, black cool rappers, do gay shit is the most powerful thing you can do.
It's like Caligula.
Yeah. You've stripped the toughest dudes of their humanity. It's he's basically he's the black Hillary Clinton if you think about it.
You want to hit? You want to hit?
Yeah.
Fuck you. Can you imagine being that guy and then you looking around like, did y'all do this?
Oh yeah, dude. If some comes out that would be, I would be shocked if some Diddy also seems kind of Machiavellian, where it's you can kind of trace back. It's everyone around him just kind of dies or disappears or it's.
What movie did Diddy play a villain?
No, not Carly.
Paid in Full?
Monsters Ball? Not a villain.
But he wasn't a villain in that. No.
Can you pull up his IMDb?
Yeah, he played a villain.
Get him to the Greek.
He nailed it.
Yeah, I don't remember that. I really don't remember his acting career, except for Bad Boys 2. Get him. I literally remember him getting to the Greek.
This was a black man. This was a gangster man.
So he must have
Just go to the list.
Yeah, go to. What are you doing? Not producer.
Yeah, just that.
Girls Trip.
Before that, before Blackish.
I didn't realize he acted this much.
Yeah,
He was in It's Always Sunny. Hawaii 5-0.
A lot of shit. Dirty Money. Everything's called Diddy's. It definitely was not a movie that had Diddy in the title.
Yeah. There's a lot of, these are just music videos.
Yeah, what the fuck? Why is this in his acting? Oh, no, yeah, Carlito's Way.
Oh, Rise to Power.
Yeah, Carlito's Way.
I never saw Rise to Power. I saw obviously the original. That's a fucking thing.
Yeah, see, I think he was in the original too. No?
I mean,
Yeah, maybe I'm
whatever. Who
okay,
gives
but the
a
point
fuck?
is, he played this villain so perfectly that it's like, oh, yeah, he really is. He's Thanos.
Yeah, and it is interesting anytime some shit about evil, powerful people comes out. It just is fascinating.
No one is surprised.
The thing is, I do feel like it will stay secret because no one wants to admit they sucked P. Diddy's dick. You know what I mean? Like, fucking Meek Mill doesn't want... I mean, Meek Mill being like, dude, how could I be gay? I love pussy. That's one of the... that is actually Republican senator coded right there. It's like, yeah, dude, no way.
But it's almost like you don't have to prove. You have to prove. I mean, your lyrics sound different for everybody.
Well, he didn't rap. I mean, everything was ghostwritten. Oh, no, I'm sorry.
For P. Diddy. Oh, yeah. Well, of course.
Yeah. Anyway, fuck P. Diddy. Who gives a
You
fuck?
don't write rhymes, you write shit.
So how long did you have to serve for, though, dude?
I did 5 years.
5 years. How many tours is that? 2? Okay.
But I was when I wasn't deployed, I was in the
That's pretty nice.
That's why I got to find out. Now I'm
Totally. Yeah. San Diego's a nice draw, and it's like a military town too, so people kind of like it's part of the culture there.
a military town, but also it's also I think it's the most expensive.
Yeah, I mean the vibes were really fucking weird when I was there because I was like, oh yeah, this is like hippie but like conservative.
What
It's like hippies that would 100% exterminate the homeless.
It's a bunch of rich conservatives, but all their kids are.
Yeah.
It's all politicians are conservative.
Those kids don't stay liberal. Rich people's kids do not stay liberal. When push comes to shove, they're like,
There's a bunch of
once they buy a house and they're like, these fucking poor people are on my stoop. they switch up very quickly.
Once they make it out of the crust pump thing.
yeah. The one shower, and now all of a sudden they're moderate Republicans. But yeah, I don't know. I mean, I guess the weather's nice, but I did not enjoy the vibes of San Diego.
It was the first place I'd ever been in. And I mean, I guess, and now I realize that's kind of more of a California thing.
Yeah, sure.
But San Diego's my first place. I couldn't believe it. Like, people just like, hey.
So did you have? To me, it's like that must have such a whiplash of like you go from like because you grew up. Was it Maryland that you were in? You grew up in Peach County, whatever. And so you're in like the Maryland system.
Well, I started out in DC.
Okay, DC. Yeah, even crazier. Gotcha. But either way, it's like you're from there, and then you're like you enlist, you go to San Diego, and it's like life is kind of nice for a while. Yeah.
I mean, when I moved to San Diego, I knew that I would never do it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was like, nah.
Yeah.
Family, when you come home? I'm home already.
Yeah. So then you go to San Diego, and then and then it's Iraq? Like, does it go from like San Diego to Iraq?
No, so it went Maryland, and then 20 back home.
Gotcha. Okay.
In San Diego. So yeah, it went Maryland, the desert, San Diego, then back to San Diego, then back to Virginia.
Oh, really? Gotcha. When you were out, you worked in Pentagon?
Yeah.
Gotcha.
That
And you were thinking this might be my career?
yeah, actually I skipped something. Before that I was in New York. those two jobs back to back to Intel.
Were you doing computer shit in the Army?
Those were the best jobs. I was making great money. I was single. I had great hours.
Really? That was just a job?
Yeah, like I never walked in the job.
That's so interesting because it's like you'd think somebody who had your whole life until then was chaotic, pure chaos. So you would think the assumption I would have is that like you get a good job and yeah, jobs suck dick. Every job sucks, but it's like you got a good paycheck. You probably have your own place. You probably get to buy shit for the first time in your life.
You know what it was? You know what I figured out now after all this time? I think the foster kid thing made me develop. Like I had this strong rebellion against being controlled. And because I have this deep-seated fear of somebody being in charge of me,
And once you give into that, where you're like, all right, I'm sort of like giving into this, I'm trusting you, and then they can pull the fucking rug out from under you at any time. Yeah. Both at the Pentagon. No. Checks out. Either of those, I wouldn't be surprised if that was like the guy running the military was in.
But it's like it's the same thing with everything. Like,
I get that.
I try to do, right now I'm on my third podcast. But this is the first one I was just about. BS with Brian something available on.
Check it out, folks.
Yeah, but before that, I try to do it with people.
Right. I get that.
Because I don't need, not only do I want anyone in charge of me, but I want control.
Dude, I fully
I
understand.
want to run nothing by you.
Yeah.
Creative tip is like,
Even something as easy as scheduling. You want to do whatever the fuck you
I'm
want.
not trying to debate with you about what's going on. I'm the ideas guy.
Right. And ultimately there is some like comfort because I feel I definitely relate to that. I mean, like, Cumtown was I walked away from like 25 grand a month because I was just like I had that same thing of like this is there was some I think artistically we're all kind of feeling a little. It was getting a little stale for all of us, but still I was just like at the end of the day I was like, I'd like to do whatever, just be my thing where I control the schedule, I control whatever. It's like, look, if it fails, great, but I at least know that I gave it a shot. Like there's a comfort in it going as far as you can take you. Like I don't really want to hitch on to anything. I want to let me do my own shit and just be in control of it. And then and there's like almost like I can sleep better at night knowing it was my thing. I don't know. There's like a weird. I'm with you because it's illogical, right? Both of us were probably wrong at times in our lives when we made those decisions. And it's just because that's how our fucking psychology works, where it's like I just kind of need control.
Yeah, but you know what? Like you don't know everything.
Yeah.
But growing up and having people that are not your parents make long-term choices for you.
Yeah.
They not gonna be around.
Yeah. They're not gonna be around.
Because they don't know if it's right either. They know what they think is best, but if they wrong, they don't gotta deal with it.
Right.
So like I'd rather do what the fuck I want, and if I'm wrong, then fine.
Right. Totally.
Fuck doing what you want.
Yeah, and then that thinking took you from Intel to sounds like a couple homeless shelters.
Right. And in hindsight, I was like, what is stupid I did? Because I thought at this, I started comedy in San Diego.
Okay.
And I thought, my son, I'm just gonna go there. I'm just gonna meander until I can time for some But I had two things working against me. The job I thought I was a shoe-in to get, I was not. So I had been, when I was in San Diego, I had been a
mean, that is crazy that you wouldn't get that
Comedy
job.
club security. Nobody was the fact that I was a comic. They didn't hire me. They didn't want to hire any comics. Because you always bomb. You always on the road. So
You're a fucking Marine who works comedy club security.
so crazy.
Also, don't they now hire everyone to be comedy? Everyone? Or they're door
No,
guys?
so the door guys have always been there.
Gotcha.
But
Security.
Security people was a new thing. So that fell through. And I had severe undiagnosed, untreated sleep apnea.
Oh, dude.
And I'm talking about to the point where
You're not off in the middle of the day.
like I'm sure my friends would. No one would say it to me, but I'm sure they talk about it.
Yeah. Eldest has that. I remember whenever we've slept in the same room, it's like,
And one day, my boy Billy, I love you, Billy, also died.
okay.
But I was crashing on the couch. Has anyone ever told you you know? And I was like, yeah, every now and then, but not really. Okay, yeah, but yeah, so one of my exes said, he's started. Has anyone ever told you if you scroll slow,
It's awesome to be a couch surfer who's the most annoying sleeper of all time.
Oh, man.
You're just ruining everyone's fucking rest.
Because you can't help it. That's like same thing on plane. Like now I got the little machine.
Because you put them on the plane. Because I got sleep apnea.
It's like having a shitty time machine. Like you just wake up and people are mad at you.
Yeah, you're groggy. You feel like shit.
It was like it was 1 o'clock, now it's 5 o'clock, and everyone's pissed.
Yeah. Totally. Yeah. Damn, dude.
But that got me where I'm like this ain't right. Yeah, me just want couch.
Right, because of the apnea.
Yeah. So I went to the VA, and let me tell you this too. So I was only literally like on the street for a couple days, but the hardest part. Let me not say that. But the part that people don't think about the difficulty is carrying all your stuff.
Yeah.
Because you can't leave it.
Those shopping carts don't seem so ridiculous now.
Like, I get total forgiveness of cards. Take your part, man. Because you can't, you always in situations where you can't bring your shit inside and you can't leave it outside.
Right.
So, you definitely can't leave it like right here and go uptown and run errands and come back. You gotta take all your stuff everywhere.
Yeah.
Like imagine that. If you just had to break your life down to the essentials, only the shit you needed, but you had to carry it everywhere.
Constantly.
I mean, 1 or 2 days ago, because I was walking to the day, I finally made it to that.
Yeah.
It was a whole thing. And that shit's all staying. All these homeless shelters and shit, that shit's all
Yeah.
it's all a non-profit.
I know, it's so ridiculous that it's like all this people put money into this problem. It gets filtered through all these organizations. It's like literally buy houses and put people in.
Or just give people money.
Yeah.
Like they'll do. I forget what I just watched a video about the thing in Los Angeles about how like the money that they put into the homeless initiative, how it went up to like $1.5 billion down from $500 million.
Yeah.
And then homelessness doubled.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's like and it's like it would cost them less than the $500 million just to give all the homeless people money.
I know, but God forbid somebody gets some. It's like everyone in America is like, no, my life sucks dick and their life has to suck dick too. I need that money. Give me the money. It's like, okay, you can have some too.
And you know what
we
it is?
have it.
Bro, it's mad ideological, right? Because I'm always doing these Austin crowds, and it's mostly white people.
Yeah.
But a lot of and this goes liberal and conservative both think like this. Like I don't want to see that. But if you know it's just ideological. Because if you word it differently, so what I do on stage sometimes it's like because you've been on it's on 6th Street. And 6th Street in Austin is where the homeless
as hell.
But it's where the shelter is. It's like where they come every day to get whatever handouts, bread or whatever the fuck, right? So all the homelessness is concentrated around that. So if you come to 6th Street to party, you deal with it all the time. Yeah. So everyone is like, you could be like, hey, so the homeless people out here, right? And you're like, if I told you that if I got $1 from everybody in this room, you would never see me. Would you take it? Everybody, yeah. I was like, well, actually, it's 5 cents in taxes. And they're like, well, I don't fucking know. Like, the cognitive business is like some people are just so dedicated to their ideology that they will even say they don't want what they just said they want.
Of course.
Yeah. It's like, for a nickel. Yeah. For a nickel of your money. Yeah. You would never have to see another homeless person on 6th Street.
But they would have IKEA furniture though.
Right.
What the hell?
It's like, I don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
I just feel like, and I don't know what political leaning this makes me, but I just feel like if we have a problem that can legit be solved by money, as the richest democratic nation, we shouldn't have that problem.
It's of course. I mean, it's so shameful that we have.
Our empire is gonna dissolve just based on apathy.
I know, and well, it's like, yeah. I mean, it's just classic political stuff. Of like, it is like just distract people with. The trans issue is a big thing now, where people are villainizing these people who are barely any percentage of who we are. It's like it's so few people in the grand scheme of things. But it's like an old conservative playbook of like, before it was like interracial marriage. Now it's trans people. It used to be gay marriage. It used to be interracial marriage. It used to just be fucking segregation. It's like so clearly the like just hate on the people that it's just like distract people, get them to vote on these ideological things so that they don't vote economically. It's like it's just such a classic part of the playbook, and I do think homelessness fits under that, where it's like you feel sort of superior to some of these people feel superior to them, and it's like no one wants to give, and there's like the idea of a handout being this negative thing where it's like that's what a government basically is. It's like pooling your resources and making sure we have all our shit covered. But the second it becomes like someone you think is not worthy of it, or someone that you think is like less than, like a homeless person or whatever, you can never. People can't fathom themselves getting that.
The truth is, because this is the same benefit. This is the same thought process behind like Jim Crow and like the systemic racism and shit, was that like the whole point of the Jim Crow era was in order to, because it was around the same time as industrialization, right?
Yeah.
So it's like to be able to keep taking advantage of poor whites, you had to give them someone that they knew for sure they were better than.
Right.
So that was the whole. Yeah. That was the whole. Yeah. These rich motherfuckers. I don't even think they really racist. But they stoke the racism because they get to keep taking advantage of poor whites. Because that's the majority, right?
Totally.
So as long as you better than niggas, then you don't care that I'm paying. You don't care that I'm paying you. $2 an hour because the black man gets 25 cents.
Right. If there was an equalization of homeless people, if like everyone got some kind of baseline, like then the poorest people in society would be like, oh well, I'm equal to homeless people now.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
They somebody just did like a survey where they asked a bunch of people, like, would you rather have a job where you make $100,000 a year, but everyone else at your job makes $120,000, or would you rather have a job where you make $70,000, but everybody else makes $60,000?
That's insane.
And the majority of people took the 70.
That's so crazy.
That's how we.
It's about hierarchy, and it's about like it's not really about the actual material resources.
Well, because that's what being rich is, right? Being
right. You're right.
Being rich,
it's relative.
It's what can I do that you can't?
Yeah.
Right, and it's like and I found myself, and I'm not even really rich. I'm what I'm saying, like I'm doing better than before. But when I waste money on rich people things, I get more bent out of shape when it's not better than everybody else.
Yeah, right.
You know what I'm saying? Like when
I'm in a nice hotel now, it's got to be good. Whereas like in the past,
like if I spend an extra $500 on a first class seat, and then the goddamn tray table don't come out. And I'm like, hey, excuse me.
Yeah.
I need you to make a note of this in my file so I can do because this
I need more points for this.
Well, this not better than that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I want the people in Comfort Plus looking at me with jealousy.
It's not. I need them to suffer. I need to know. Yeah, exactly. Where it's like,
excuse me, this bitch got a lot of leg room.
Yeah. Can we move my chair back? Can you actually put my luggage in her leg room? Actually.
Yeah. So it's like that's what it is, man. It's taking advantage of that psychological thing where you need to feel superior to other people.
Yeah.
Yeah, because because they even did it with slaves, where it was like it was the house slaves and the field slaves, and it's like, oh, you working in the house,
right. Oh yeah, the divide and conquer at every level.
Yeah, you use superiority against people.
Yeah. Well, we're not going to solve homelessness today, but very good points, Brian. Brian, who is sitting next to me right now, would you like some liquid death? For me. Guys, I love Liquid Death. You know that they're a long-time sponsor here. And you're probably looking at this thing and you're thinking, was that a brewski? What is this guy drinking booze? I thought Stav said he was sober. I am. We're on 2 months sobriety now. Nothing, no drinkies, no drugs, nothing. Liquid Death is all the way with that. They got beautiful spring water, murder and they have very low-calorie sodas and iced teas. I'm a big iced tea guy. I'm a big Grim Leafer guy. I'm a big Armless Palmer guy. I love that shit, and I think you will love it too. We crack them open. We go through these cases like you wouldn't believe. So much so that, yes, I'm in Baltimore right now. These aren't even the ones Liquid Death sent me. I bought these out of my own pocket, you motherfuckers. That ought to tell you how much I appreciate the product. They rule. They're recyclable. Metal's actually recyclable. Did you know that? I'm trying to be more conscious too of the world now. And apparently, plastic. Orcas are they're putting up fucking every plastic bottle you drink ends up in a whale's pussy. I don't know if you know that. And their babies come out all fucked up and shit thanks to how much plastic you drink. But you don't gotta worry about that. Liquid Death, the metal. This metal that you're seeing here is going to get recycled and might be made into a nice butt plug, and that goes into somebody's ass on purpose, not by accident and fucking up nature. So listen, folks, you can get free shipping of Liquid Death's mountain water, flavored sparkling and iced tea 8-packs with Amazon Prime, or grab a can or a case at your local 7-Eleven, Target, Walmart, Whole Foods, or on Instacart. Me, I'm a bougie bitch. I've been getting them at Whole Foods. I'm probably paying a little too much. Go to liquiddeath.com/Stavi to check out all their healthy, infinitely recyclable beverages and find your closest retailer. That's liquiddeath.com/Stavi. Liquiddeath.com/Stavi. And it's not just Liquid Death I've been consuming and enjoying. No, it's also been ExpressVPN. I love ExpressVPN. I'm here in Baltimore. I'm trying to get in touch with myself. Okay, I'm trying to lose a couple of these. We're down a few. I'm not going to get ahead of myself. Most of my days consist of working out, taking long walks, eating healthy, and watching a lot of TV. I've been watching a lot of shit. And I don't know if you noticed, but ExpressVPN is an incredible opportunity to watch all types of TV and movies that you get from all over the world. You can change your location with ExpressVPN. You get these fucking dorks. Maybe you're in Tuscaloosa, Alabama. With ExpressVPN, you click a couple buttons. As far as they fucking know, you're in Great Britain, my friend. You're fucking checking out British television. And honestly, I personally have been doing that. I've been using ExpressVPN to tell my internet that I'm in London, and I've been watching Stathlet's Flats. They took it off HBO Max in America, but you can find it on Apple TV in England, you fucking idiots. That's right. I've been using it to get away around sporting events that are blacked out. In Baltimore too, I don't give a fuck. I love ExpressVPN, and it's so easy. I'm stupid, right? I don't know. I'm not gonna do technology. ExpressVPN walks you through the whole thing. I sign up, and you download it on your computer. This computer computer right here, as a matter of fact, and you just click, literally, you press, there's a drop-down menu, and you just type in England, bam, Italy. You want to watch some motherfuckers cook spaghetti? Italy. You want to watch international soccer? Maybe you're a big soccer fan. Go to Spain, go to Italy, whatever you like. I'm going to start trying to use it for Greek TV. That's next. So far, it's just been staff less flats and sporting events that are blacked out in my area. But you have access to thousands of extra shows in different places. You don't see some shit you want to see on your Max, on your Hulu, on your Netflix. Change your country, refresh. It's that easy. I love ExpressVPN. I'm crushing staff less flats. Very good show, by the way. Greek people too. It's British Greek people. So, whatever. So listen, stop missing out. You don't have to be hamstrung by the bullshit that is available to you because of your geographic location. Go get thousands of new shows on ExpressVPN. We got them to give you, this is a sweet spot. This is what beautiful people at ExpressVPN is. They're giving you guys 3 free months, extra free months when you use our special link, expressvpn.com/Navi. That's expressvpn.com/Navi to get 3 extra months completely free and watch whatever you want from all over the world. That'll do it, folks. Brian, you want more Liquid Death, buddy?
No.
Perhaps we can solve some of our friends' problems here.
It's my favorite shit. I'm the advice champ.
I can't wait. So go watch the special. Let's plug again here in the middle. Watch the special on Netflix right now, live from the mothership. Brian Simpson, then the BS podcast on all platforms.
Do your fans have a nickname?
Not really, no.
Okay.
We don't have. We should work on that. But I got nothing right now, honestly. I can't even brainstorm.
Subs. This is hey subs.
No, they. This is a Google transcription, so it's always weird. We're trying to say stav.
It's garbage. I'm like, hey Google, how many people do you have to spy on before you get the translation?
Yeah, it's Stavi's world, Google. I know you're fucking. You know they're saying stav. You know they're saying Eldis, not Elvis. Actually, you know what's funny though? This makes me nostalgic for when they don't know everything. It's kind of nice to see really shitty AI.
I have the AI thing, the Gemini shit, and it still gets shit wrong. When I say black, it spells it with a Q.
It's not even a word.
And I asked it, I was like, why do you keep spelling black with a Q instead of with a K? And it was like, that is a variation. Man, you are doing gaslighting.
Hit us with this big L.
Hey Saab, love the pod. Hey Saab, love the pod. Hey Saab, love the pod. I've called before, this is a different issue. So my boyfriend went on a trip back to his home country. He moved to the U.S. when he was like 14. Goes back, he's having a good time. He's hanging out late, super drunk, almost blacked out, and meets with a girl, and then feels bad about it. He's telling me, he's feeling really bad. It's kind of like fucking me up, even though I know it's just a kid. But yeah, should I be worried about this? Should I be, nothing like this has really happened before? Yeah. Have you made a mistake like this before? Would love to know. Love you. Thanks. Bye.
Interesting. So little kids.
Has none of these people seen Interstellar? remember the dude that got the robot?
I was way too high when I saw Interstellar. I actually don't remember any plot points.
No, it's not about the plot.
Okay.
he got a robot companion. And the robot is being too honest. And he goes, and the robot goes, my default programming is for 95% honesty because the average human can't handle it. So he is supposed to be set at like 85 because nobody wants you to. Why are you telling her that? Right. The only thing that came out of you telling her that you got fucked up and made out with a girl in another country is now she doubting everything.
Yeah.
It's like you did that for you to alleviate your conscience, but now you just put all that weight on her. You shouldn't have said nothing.
So is there a level of cheating you should tell, or you should just not bring it up ever?
Look, I feel like it's about your.
Because the kiss, I sort of see what you're saying. If you're drunk as hell and you're like, oh my God, and you do legitimately feel bad about it, and you're like, fuck, it was just a kiss, whatever. Then I kind of see where you're coming from. Like, whatever, I'm never doing this again. I'm not telling you.
Yeah, because you didn't.
But what if he got head?
No, but I'm saying because you was basically sexually assaulted.
I don't know that that's the case.
No, let me ask you this.
He smooches a girl, he says.
No, but no, it says he was damn near blacked out.
Right. Well, that's also what he's saying. That's his. You know
Right,
what I
but
mean?
maybe
He might
he
have
did
had
get
one
his dick
beer.
sucked.
Maybe. Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
That's like that is true though, because this opens up so many things. I hear this and I'm like, if he's telling
2 seconds, go to
her
the bathroom. I'll
he
be right back.
kissed a girl, did he actually get head? And he's trying to like gauge her reaction of like, you know what I'm saying? I don't know. And that if that would be an even crazier supervillain move of like, then he's doing what you're saying, making her feel bad, but he's not even really coming clean.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is dumb. This whole come clean shit. You do that when it's irreparable. Like you really did some evil villain shit. You don't have to share every single thing with your partner, every single mistake.
What if he was afraid that there's some way he gets back to her, or like maybe there's like to play devil's advocate here, and he does want to make this relationship work, and he does feel bad, and he's just like wants to make sure nobody snitches on him or something.
Well, also, look, man, the Buddha says suffering comes from expectations. And here's the God honest truth.
Yeah.
And I know a lot of people don't think like me, but if my significant other is going to visit their home country without me, I'm just assuming they gonna fuck somebody. You know what I mean? Because if your ex is going back home, anytime anybody I know, when they going back home to where they grew up, to where they escaped from, it's people that they fuck.
They're taking a victory lap.
It's first loves.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's baby mothers, it's old flames, it's people that didn't see you when they knew you when you was broke, but now you got a little money, so now you fuckable to them.
Yeah.
So it's all your temptations are back there. That you beat that game.
I also wonder how old these people are. Sorry, fucking yawn hit me. But like if they're like in their early 20s,
definitely early 20s. Or no, I'm gonna say late 27, 20.
Interesting.
Something like that.
But you're right, because if they're early 20s, then I see your point about visiting the home country without her. Like if it was like a little, you'd think if it's like a little more serious, she's going with, or at least he's inviting her.
Yeah, and also this girl's called in for multiple problems, so she don't have a good friend circle. I thought calling the podcast for advice was like a novelty, but she like, nah, this is how I solve
This is
everything.
her support system, and we love her for that.
Oh, you know what's crazy?
What?
The last call she did was on the telemarketers episode. She's the high school teacher wondering how to deal with the students like Andrew Tate obsessed, like misogyny. Yeah.
Wow. Interesting. So now she's maybe gotten herself too high value of a male here. That's what it sounds like.
Yes. See, I don't know does a kiss bother you, Stoppy?
I wouldn't be pumped, but it would be like, all right, well, it would be like, it's like the level of like, like, I don't know what else somebody, like standing me up 3 times or something. You know what I mean? I'd be like, what the fuck, bitch?
Oh, right.
It'd be like that. It would be like, it's not something we can't get over, but yes, I'm going to be annoyed.
But it's something that that's what I mean is it's something that we can get over, but it's also something that I would rather not know. It's like, okay, you went back home, you got real fucked up, you made out with some person.
I agree.
Don't tell me.
I actually agree with you. But here's the key: if the person actually really feels like it's a mistake and does want to move, just don't tell me and be a little nicer to me for a couple weeks. You know what I mean? Like, but don't do it right after the vacation because then I'll get suspicious.
I think it's for him too, though, because it's like that could be a slippery slope if you don't come clean about it.
That's true.
Because it's like, well, got away with the kiss. Overall, no big deal.
I mean,
That's
this-
like, well, I got my cock rubbed over my jeans.
I grabbed a tit and I put a tit in my mouth, but my cock didn't come out. And then it's like, well, she rubbed it, I didn't come.
Yeah, this is nothing. This is nothing. It's people literally debating about whether giving Usher a lap dance is a violation of the relationship. You know what I mean? So it's like, I mean,
Where do you stand on that?
No, this is nothing. Oh yeah, that's a violation.
Yeah, I agree.
This is nothing. This is nothing.
I sort of agree, and I think like it's okay, but the thing to be for her is like, you're right, Eldest. That I think it actually is a good sign because it's like, if you really believe him, and he is the kind of guy who wouldn't lie, and he does, you can tell he feels bad. Then this is good that he's just like, he wants to come clean. He wants there to be like honesty in your relationship, and this is something you can get over. You can be upset about it for a while, right? And that's okay. And you also don't want to pretend that you're not upset. And you also, but like just like any kind of violation of trust, the only way to get over it is for him to earn your trust back again. So it's like he just kind of has to prove that he's, honestly, I joke about it, but yeah, do some nice shit, pay a little more attention to you. The same way you earn trust the first way is the way you re-earn it. So it's like, and you just have to be honest about how you feel. I've made this mistake in the past before where I've pretended I'm cool with shit, and then 2 weeks later I'm like, you're a fucking, I make up some argument that doesn't even matter. I'm like, how fucking dare you?
That's what I was about to say.
So you have to actually be cool with it.
If you don't think you can get over it, just break up with it.
Yeah.
But if you can actually get over it, then you have to literally do that. You can't keep throwing it in his face.
Right. And ultimately, it is just a kiss. I'm not, but so it's like we vote. Our vote here, I think, is take some time, but get over it. Don't let this ruin your relationship. It is an honest, not an honest mistake, but it's a mistake that happened. He got swept up, and the fact that he told you, and if he especially feels bad about it, is a good sign. And just like roll with the punches. Unless it is something you think you can't get over, that's not how I don't feel that way. But ultimately, all this shit is personal, right? So it's like, if you really can't get over it, you're right.
And also, if one of your top G high school students somehow.
Sorry, guys. Gotta pause that for a second. I gotta figure this out real quick without all the extra.
Bad and bullshit, bad. Cooking up dope with a Uzi. My nigga. Up dope with a Uzi. My niggas all woo. Gang and they come and get gang. Cry me a river, give you a tissue. Bad and bullshit, bad. Cooking up dope with a Uzi. My niggas are savage, ruthless. We got 30s and 100 round too. My bitch is bad and bullshit, bad. Cooking up dope with a bad and bullshit, bad. Cooking up dope with a Uzi. My niggas. Bad and bullshit, bad. Cooking up dope with a Uzi. My niggas are bad and bullshit, bad. Bad and bullshit, bad. Cooking up dope with a Uzi. My niggas are bad and bullshit, bad. Cooking up dope with a Uzi. My niggas are savage. My niggas are savage, ruthless. My niggas are savage. My niggas are savage, ruthless. My niggas are savage, ruthless. We got 30s. My niggas are savage, ruthless. We got 30s and 100. We got 30s. thudders and hundred. Niggas are savage, ruthless. We got thudders and hundred rounds too. My bitch is bad and bullshit. Bad. Cooking up dope with a Uzi. My niggas are savage, ruthless. We got thudders and hundred rounds too. Niggas are savage, ruthless. We got thudders and hundred rounds too. Thudders and hundred rounds too. My bad and bullshit. My bitch. My bitch. My bitch. Niggas is savage, ruthless. We got thudders and hundred rounds too. My bitch is bad and bullshit. Bad. Cooking up dope with a Uzi. Niggas is savage, ruthless. We got thudders and hundred rounds too. My bitch is bad and bullshit. Bad. Cooking up dope with a Uzi. My niggas is savage, ruthless. We got bullshit. Bad. Cooking up dope with a Uzi. My niggas is savage, ruthless. Niggas is savage, ruthless. We got thudders and hundred rounds too. My bitch is bad and bullshit. Bad. Cooking up dope with a Uzi. My niggas is savage, ruthless. Savage, ruthless. We got thudders and hundred rounds too. My bitch is bad and bullshit. Bad. Cooking up dope with a Uzi. My niggas is savage, ruthless. Niggas is savage, ruthless. We got thudders and hundred rounds too. My bitch is bad and bullshit. Bad. Cooking up dope with a Uzi. My niggas is savage, ruthless.
Just off still.
Hot box, cooking, fucking on your bitch, yeah, dot. Cooking up dope in the crock pot. We came from nothing to something, nigga. Hey. I don't. Me a river, give you a tissue. It's bad and bullshit, bad. Cooking up dope with a Uzi. My niggas is savage, ruthless. My niggas is. My niggas is savage. My niggas is savage. My niggas. Niggas is savage, ruthless. We got thudders and hundred rounds too. My bitch is bad and bullshit. Bad. Cooking up dope with a Uzi. My niggas is savage. Niggas. Niggas is savage, ruthless. We got thudders and hundred rounds too. My bitch is bad and bullshit. Bad. Cooking up dope with a Uzi. My niggas is savage, ruthless. 100 rounds too. All set. Brackets on brackets, got brackets on brackets on. Cooking up dope with a Uzi. My niggas is savage, ruthless. We got thudders and hundred rounds too. My bitch is bad and bullshit. Cooking up dope with a Uzi. My niggas is savage, ruthless. We got 30s and 100 rounds too. All set. Brackets on brackets, got backers on backers, I'm riding a cool. I take you, big right from you. Bitch, I'm a dog.
Oh, I got shit. That shit don't work.
Oh.
Ice cubes, CDs, ice.
Coming out of my.
Yeah. Let's take them back.
Number one star, man.
I get those goosebumps every time you come. I get those goosebumps every time. You make everything feel young. It's my mind, you make everything feel way too dumb. Yeah, it's way too dumb.
My line, yeah, I wanna take that ride, yeah. I'm gonna press my
Yeah, they gon' pull up on you. Yeah, we gon' do some things you can't relate. Yeah, cause we from a
just to fuck somebody, justify my love for you.
I get those fuck up off me. Yeah, we gon' do some things you can't relate. Yeah, cause we from a place you cannot stay. Or you can't go, or I don't know. Or back the fuck up off me. Cash fools everything around me. I get those, yeah.
You can show me how what you one I just
I've only been gone 6 months.
2 years.
How long since then have you been back? I've only been gone 6 months.
2 years for me.
3 years from my eyes.
5 long years.
William?
12. 12 years.
Three years from my eyes.
5 long years.
William?
12. 12 years. 12 years.
Riz you up.
That'll show him.
He has to agree that when you go to prison, he's gonna wait.
Yeah, that'll show your fucking boyfriend. Fuck one of your students.
For real. He said so much swear.
All right.
What's up, Stavros, Eldest, prestigious guest / guest.
Might be a little long. One thing we should do. One thing would be funny to post on the Instagram is like all the ways the transcription gets this wrong.
This is what's up, Starbucks.
Starbucks elders. What's up, Stav and Eldest? You gotta translate to Star. What's up, Starbucks elders? Yeah, do some fucking. But anyway.
In advance, I'm going to try to keep the info pretty concise.
Thanks, dude.
I am homosexual. Probably is actually bisexual, but I didn't know my mom.
Is he said probably?
Yeah.
I didn't have any attraction to women because she was super conservative Christian. And I just wanted to fight her a little bit. So anyway, I've never been with a woman at all. And I dated in high school a little bit, but obviously nothing ever really came of that. Basically, my dilemma is I am currently in a relationship with a man. We've been together for 3.5 years. We've lived together for almost 2 years. It's going really well. I really love him a lot. But we've been talking about settling down and getting married and buying a house and everything like that. And I'm really young. I'm 24.
Yeah.
And there's part of me that just feels like I'm not quite ready for that yet.
Sure.
There's a lot that I haven't done. I've never fucked a girl before. And I think that'd be pretty cool.
Yeah.
But I don't know how to say to my gay boyfriend, soon to be fiance or whatever, hey, I actually want to have sex with a woman. I don't know. I just feel like it's a little late in this game to be hey, let's actually just keep things casual. It's been 3.5 years. I don't know, man. I just think I'm afraid of, in 10 years being 35 and in some fucking loveless marriage. So, any advice would be greatly appreciated. I don't really want to break up with him, but I don't know. Gotta do what you gotta do, I guess. I don't know. Respect. So,
yeah, well, I feel like if you
goodbye.
I love this guy. This guy is just really bearing his soul. I love that he's spited. He even knew when he came out he was probably bi, but he's just to make his mom mad. He was like, "I'm gay, bitch."
right.
That's such an awesome move.
That's spite on just the
respect. He's like, I'm gay enough where she won't figure out I'm lying for a while.
And I feel like if you think, because here's the thing, too, if you think you might like it, let me just say something. You gotta find that out because that first go round might be a doozy. You might be actually, I think I'm more straight.
That would be so awesome if his mom was such a cunt that he just sucked cock for 10 years. And then the first time he gets pussy, he's like, oh, fuck, I'm straight. I've been getting my ass fucked for nothing this whole time.
Yeah, that's wild. Yeah, because I have a friend in this situation where we had a conservative parent.
Yeah.
And it's everything bad that happened to you You know?
Yeah, right.
Like, oh, you got COVID? Well,
yeah.
Stop taking it in the ass.
So I think a couple things here. I mean, first of all, the feelings of like not wanting to settle down because you're 24 are valid no matter what orientation you have. Like that's just a human, like across all experiences. If you're relatively young and you're worried, and by the way, even if this turns out to be the person you settle down with, I think these are valid concerns, right? Everybody before they regardless of age, but especially if you're younger, this is a very natural thought, right? Now, not to be homophobic here, but I do feel like almost every gay couple I know opens it up a little bit. Maybe I'm being literally homophobic here, and if that's the case, forget I even said anything. But I feel like, that's the one of the nice bonuses seems to be that, at even like the most prude gay couples I know, like they'll go to a spa together and maybe jerk a guy off together. Like, you know what I mean? Like that's like a conservative, you know what I mean? Like other people are just hosting like cream pie parties in their apartment.
Yeah.
So, I also think not again to be like, not to overgeneralize, like saying, well, all queer people are also open-minded, because that might not be the case.
That's definitely not the case.
You know what I mean? Like, I'm not saying just because your boyfriend's gay that he will understand that you have a more complicated sexuality, that it's like you're probably you're bi, or you have some, I don't know, where you're probably on the Kinsey scale where you're like mostly gay, but you might want to try a little pussy. And like, I'm not going to assume that your partner understands that necessarily, but I do think you have a better argument. Your odds of making that argument in a gay relationship to be like, hey, I might want to try hooking up with a woman, are a lot easier than if you were a man in a straight relationship with a woman and saying, hey, I might want to try and suck a little dick, right? Like at least the ideas of masculinity and stuff like that aren't as like hard and fast, where it's like you might have a better opportunity to at least bring this up to this person.
Also, one doesn't simply try vagina. Right? It's different levels, and like you might need to try a few. But on a more serious note, I have not had many successful relationships, but I do know for a fact that the thing that brings down every relationship is silent all the unspoken shit. So if you going into this and you got this desire that you feel like you can't express, it's gonna turn into a resentment, and that's gonna eat away at your relationship. So if you can't be open and honest about what you want, and it doesn't mean you're gonna get what you want, but
right, that's fair, that's true.
And
that's
it's another thing, like when people really feeling you, you'll be surprised what they down to agree to.
Right.
If you just don't lie to them.
Yeah,
women will like begrudgingly let you fuck other people. Okay, well, fine. Because if you're like, hey, listen, this is what it is.
Right.
But you gotta, especially don't get married if it's things
24 is tough.
If it's things like this that you can't express, especially that's 24 is tough, especially for a young gay. I mean, you got so much shit.
It's the funnest type of guy to be.
Yeah,
you're kind of putting yourself in a box for no reason.
To lock it down. I mean, it's probably dicks you need to try.
Yeah, absolutely, 100%.
Yeah. So
I guess like to kind of summarize everything, it's like I think especially since you're younger, you can act, and you're talking about, and you even said it. We can tell you care about this guy, right? Clearly, he's not looking for a way to break up. He wants to make this work. So I think the summary of all this is like, hey, you go up to him and be like, hey, I love you. This relationship is really important to me. Part of me really there's a part of me that like wants to settle down, and I want to do this thing. But there's another part of me that thinks I'm pretty young. I feel like I haven't had these many experiences. Is there a way we can do this within our relationship? Like, can we have
I don't know. I think I slightly disagree here.
Okay.
Because right at the end,
you gotta do what you gotta do.
That line was doing a lot of work. That was saying.
Yeah, but
line was saying a lot. Like maybe.
But see, that's why I'm saying is like pitch the perfect scenario for you. You know what I mean? Pitch like, hey, what I'd love is if we can, and I'm also worried about being in this, like, you know, I'm worried about, like, down the line, like, being okay now, but me having these silent resentments that you're talking about. So is this okay? Like, how do you feel? And again, maybe we're generalizing because gay people, most of my gay friends have, and we're also, you know, most of my gay friends are big city, fucking New York or LA gays, but still, I would say pitch the relationship you want and say, hey, I want to stay with you. I want to think about the future together, but there are experiences I have to have. And
Get him a Kindle. Make sure a copy of the Slut.
And so pitch that and say, can we do this? Is this, how do you feel about this? And see his reaction. And look, there's a chance he might be understanding, right? And there's a chance, and if he's really, really not understanding, then you kind of have your answer one way or the other. And maybe you should have to. And then you have to really make the decision of what's more important in this relationship or these experiences.
3 years.
I tend to think completely blindly, if you told me any 24-year-old is considering getting married but is having reservations about not having had enough experiences, I would almost 100% of the time say you're not ready to get married, personally, right? And maybe that's not true in all cases, but so I say pitch it, have these discussions, don't let these quiet resentments fester, because what do you have to lose? That you break up? Well, okay, you would break up anyway if you just let those take hold of the relationship. So try and see if you can have if you can have your cake and eat it too. If you can suck your cock and fuck pussy too. Yeah. See if you can do it all, brother.
But also on a larger note, getting married is done. People aren't doing that anymore. You don't get anything out of it.
What else we got, Big L?
12. 12 years.
Hey Tom, hey LD, and the guest. So, my situation right now, my mom and dad are divorced, and my dad's been married 3 times now, or 4. And I have an older half-sister and a younger half-sister. And in his current marriage, he's cheating on his wife, my stepmom. And that was the reason why my parents got divorced. So, cool guy. I love him. Like a nice guy, fucking went there for the world. He just likes to cheat though.
Yeah.
So, my question is, should I like talk to him about it? Because he's getting older. He's like almost 60, and it's my stepmom's like 32.
Wow.
But so should I talk to him and start telling him like, yo, stop cheating? Or like, what do I do?
Mind your fucking business.
He sounds cool.
Yeah, what are you doing?
He's got a wife half his age and he's still getting side pussy. I'd kill to be that vital at his age.
That virile.
Yeah, I can't imagine being in a relationship and cheat and like having a side bitch at my age. That seems fucking tiring.
But also, what you're saying is completely out of line. You have absolutely no station to approach your father about cheating on your stepmother. She didn't raise you. That's his third woman that she ain't got nothing to do with you. And listen, I understand that this morally wrong, but it doesn't affect your life. It's not affecting your mama. So mind your fucking business. You don't get to tell your father what to do with his penis.
Okay, this is interesting because I see where he's coming from in that because it could affect his life. Here's what I'm seeing. Yes, he's 60, right? He's still like we're saying he's older, whatever, but like he's still a relatively young guy, right? 6-year-olds are like they're run, especially if you're in good shape. You can spend your 60s, whatever, but this guy will get old, right? Mm-hmm. And if he's cheated his way out of a woman that would have taken care of him in his old age, it's suddenly. He's now our caller is at least in play as one of the people that's going to have to take care of his elderly ass cheating ass father.
Or maybe he's perfecting his form.
I mean, look, it's possible. Guys like this seem to be able to survive, but I do think there is part of this that is pragmatic in that, yeah, this guy, what if he burns every bridge with this woman, she's 32, married to a 60-year-old, clearly something's off in her head. right? She might be the kind of woman that would take care of would change this guy's diapers.
She's waiting for him to die to get that bread.
It's possible. We don't know how much money he has.
Okay, so now I'm picturing it. Walking through Lofi. Okay, you go to your father and go, Dad, I need you to stop. I need you to let you stop. What you think his response is? Because it's not going to work.
Yeah.
All you can do is piss off your father, and now you have to work.
Right, well, we don't know. Some of these guys don't tend to have money either. I don't know. Like, I don't know what kind of pussy getter he is. Because there's those guys who you're like, how does he keep doing it? And this could be one of those, but you're right. It could go either way. We don't have enough information. But also, what about the idea of like...
Imagine having that conversation with your father. My father wouldn't even entertain this conversation.
Yeah, well, your father wasn't around. Your father didn't entertain you as a child. Your father was like... if I had this conversation with my dad, like, I've tried to have conversations with my dad about, like, the way he's fucking, like, shit he's done wrong, and he doesn't get it. It's like talking to a fucking brick wall. But sometimes I really am jealous of the people who have relationships that can have discussions, moral and philosophical discussions with their father. I'll never be able to do that. My dad's just not gonna ever. He sees things the way they are. Alice, you were gonna say something? I'm sorry.
I was gonna say, like, this guy, he says, like, my dad cheated on my mom.
I've only been gone 6 months.
A little bit of that, yeah. You're not gonna fix that.
Yeah,
right.
Resentment, anger, and that's over. Your parents are divorced, like, so it's not. You don't have technically a right to be like annoyed with your dad cheating anymore. This is like a little different when it's your mom.
William?
That being said, I mean, the best you can do is a total non-committal, expect no progress type of conversation where it's like, imagine you're talking to your buddy who you don't really care about their girlfriend, so you're like, hey man, you should probably cool it with the cheating. Like, he can maybe try to have one of those types of conversations.
That's the thing, is like, you
with
not
his dad,
you not his bro, you his son.
But this guy behaves like he's a bro, though. That's the thing. His dad's a pussy getter. He's not a good father. You don't have to respect bad fathers. That's the thing. It's like you can talk to them like they're bros.
No. I'm not saying that the kid isn't taking the right morals thing.
Right. But what difference?
The cheating is wrong, but why is it your place to correct it?
Right. No, I think Elders, you picked up on that where it's like, yeah, dude, if part of your motivation is you're thinking you're gonna sort of, by confronting your father now, you're behaving in a way that you wish you would have when he cheated on your mom, that's out. That you're never gonna
do. Bro, you have an easier time getting your father to respect people's pronouns.
That's true. It does feel like a way of life for this man. It's too late, bro. He ruined so many families. He's not gonna stop now. And really think about what you're trying to get done from this.
My dad doesn't chew with his mouth. He's 60. Oh,
yeah.
Should I confront him? No, just don't eat around.
But at the same time, like, the thing about, like, you don't get to be annoyed by your dad cheating, like, I don't know that that's true necessarily. He's allowed to be annoyed. He's allowed to confront his dad and just be like, you're being a piece of shit, like, like, what kind of example? Like, he can get some shit out that he's wanting to get out, but just don't expect anything to happen. That's really all I would say.
Or threaten him. If you don't man up, I'm gonna fuck your wife.
3 years, come on.
This guy's dad probably fucks better than him, unfortunately. This guy, all this guy's dad has is fucking, you can tell. He's got nothing. His children don't really respect him. He's got half kids all over the place.
He says that's a nice. He said, I love him. He's a nice guy.
He's probably like you know what he is? He's probably like one of those charismatic guys.
Charming motherfucker.
Yeah. To cheat on your 30-year-old wife when you're 60, you gotta have swag.
How long since
you have to be
been back?
dripping sauce.
I've only been gone 6 months.
Not like
2 years.
If you feel like you want to get it out because the other thing is when someone's charming and cool like this, it's like this guy might not have worked through his feelings because he's clearly on some level right? And if he's still saying like he's a cool guy, I love him, he might just have never worked through that. Part of him is pissed at his dad, so that could be what he's. But I would just say really look at your feelings, really think about what you're trying to accomplish with this conversation. It's possible, yeah, for sure.
He's heard his mom complaining about him.
Yeah.
He's trying to
Yeah, right.
He on wife number 4. Why you getting married?
Yeah, that's crazy. I mean, his dad's not a fucking. His dad, there's something off.
I'll go through and do a little bit of something real quick. I just want to do a little psalm, see if maybe this would be cool.
How long since then have you been back? I've only been gone 6 months.
2 years.
3 years from my eyes.
5 long years.
William?
12.
Whoops, fucked up. Sorry. My bad. Let's see how this goes.
How long since then have you been back? I've only been gone 6 months.
2 years.
3 years from my eyes.
5 long years.
William?
12. 12 years.
Oh man, that was actually sort of kind of good. That made me sad. Okay. All right, turn off the loop. All right, let's get it. Oh. Cheers.
How long since then have you been back? I've only been gone 6 months.
2 years.
3 years from my eyes.
5 long years.
William?
12. 12 years.
Alright, I guess I gotta have the metronome on. Sorry. It's just too much ethereal stuff going on.
How long since then have you been back? I've only been gone 6 months.
2 years.
3 years from my eyes.
5 long years.
William?
12. 12 years.
I don't know. Maybe. Cool. Maybe. Maybe less delay.
How long since then have you been back? I've only been gone 6 months.
2 years.
3 years from my eyes. 5 long years.
William?
12. 12 years.
That's actually pretty good. I like that. I mean, I don't know if I'd ever use it. I mean, you know. Give yourself.
How long since then have you been back? I've only been gone 6 months.
2 years.
3 years from my eyes. 5 long years.
William?
12. 12 years.
I'm not saying anything.
And it gets so hard being alone. They don't really it's shawty don't walk away that it always is. And now I'm feeling like it's well, she don't really want me, and I can see it in her eyes. It's all my fault, and it's been so long since I've been home with you. Make it so hard.
That actually sounds pretty good. I like it.
3 years for me.
3 years for my eyes.
5 long years.
William?
12. 12 years.
All right. Well, I think done for the night. Sorry. Yeah. I think I'm done for the night. I will be going again on Wednesday. Today's Monday, right? What day is today? Yeah, Monday. Oh shit, rent. Alright, yeah, gotta pay rent first of the month. Anyway, okay. Well, I think this sounds pretty good. I think it's a dope little vibe. Sorry we didn't get through the end of the podcast today. I had to stop it a little bit, try and get, some stuff figured out with the track. Well, all right. Love you guys. I'll see you on Wednesday.